Association of Coaching. Home of the Coaching Masteries.
Good evening. I am Renee Edgehill-Smith, leader of the International Association of Coaching, chapter of USA. And with me, I have Daniela Torres and Leo Gerlino, who are my co members with the USA chapter, and we are bringing the highlights to you from the Internal Association of Coaching webinar series, their Quo Vadis Coaching webinar series. It's 5 days, and today is day number 4. And we are going to share with you today. The topic was reimagining leadership coaching. But before we start, let's take you through the week. The first day was the journey and the vision. The second day was the future of coaching, where there was powerful testimony. The first was about the history and the birth of the IAC. And then the third day was inner peace and centering. And there was a lot of gem dropping in that session. And today we talk about reimagining leadership coaching. So I will be discussing Fiorella Velarde, my highlights, the highlights from Fiorella Velarde. She is a change and resilience executive coach with Transcend, and she is about she does inclusion and diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, one thing that really hit me was, and I really believe this, she said, we do things as coaches, we naturally do them. Once we hit a groove, we do these things like a daily routine. She's asking and challenging us to transcend traditional methodologies and to change, to bring change. Why? She said, because this now in this time that we have what they call an emotional contagion, which is emotions that are emotions and their related behaviors and their negative or positive effects on the emotions and behaviors of other people. And she said that as a leader, you have to be cognizant of your emotions and their effects on the people that you're leading. And as a leadership coach, you have to be aware of your emotions and the client or the leader that you are working with. So you can see how it goes from the coach to the leader, from the leader to the members or to the staff that the leader is working with. And she said we have to learn to harness emotional power from becoming an emotional contagion. So, and they become a strategic resource. So using emotions as a strategic resource, we have to be aware of our own emotions while walking next to the client and their own emotions and behaviors, being present and calibrating our empathy for the humanity in the client. So she's saying that because emotions today, and we can all testify that we have a lot of people that their emotions are going awry. We just become so saturated with our emotions. She's saying as a leader and as a coach, mostly as a coach, we have to be aware of our own emotions and the triggers and the effects that our emotions can have on the leaders that we're working with if we're a leadership coach, and be able to harness our energy. We have to know who we are. We have to be able to know who we are, heal ourselves, and give of ourselves to the client or to the leader that we're working with. So it's important to build purpose with emotional courage. She says it takes emotional courage to do that, because you have to step away from what you're used to doing and looking at what you have and what's going on, to be able to stop it and introduce something else to make a shift in the emotional platform. So she's saying that is what having emotional courage is. So not only is she telling us to start testing the methodologies, start looking at the methodologies and see how and what changes we are able to make, but she is also saying that doing so, we have to do it with emotional courage, no matter how or what the leader will think, no matter how or what the staff or members will think. We have to be the ones to use the emotional courage to make or break a situation, and be strong and forward in doing it, taking the control. So I'm going to stop there and introduce and allow Daniela to speak on Nandini Sakar, who is also an inclusion strategist working in the domains of diversity, equity, and inclusion. She's a leadership excellence coach, and she does mentoring. She does culture building and change management. She's a global leader of Diversity 360 culture and belonging to Hitachi Energy Integration. And she does integration of diversity and equity of inclusion. So Daniela, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Because what you said, it ties up with what Nandini said. She was a very inspiring speaker, shared a profound insight on the importance of inviting possibilities into our professional and personal life. And I loved about that because she brought our masteries into the teaching. And Nandini began her talk by delving into mastery number 8, emphasizing the creation of an environment that fosters new ideas, options, and opportunities, and how her work revolves around these principles. That was so beautiful. And another thing that I loved about what she said is that her mission, that is very impactful, it is connected to her personal story. She took us to uh, her life, her childhood, and how growing up with immigrant parents and facing a severe illness at only 6 days old, she dealt with invisible disabilities since then, like asthma, altering the way she connected with others. And how important this was, because this personal experience became the foundation for her commitment to fostering empathy, to fostering new cultures into their organizations or the organizations that she's part of. And she um, kind of invite us to reflect on the impact of our life story on both our professional and our personal path. I love that she passionately advocated to creating a culture that celebrates differences and uniqueness, emphasizing that empathy is the common thread connecting us all. Nandini highlighted the role of empathy in adapting to various challenges, such as climate changes, global health issues, and the shifting of social values. A crucial point raised by Nandini was the need for organizations to utilize empathy in navigating the constant changes that we are facing in the world. And she painted a vivid picture of life and work reinventing themselves over and over, and expressed that leaders and coaches must do the same. How amazing is that? Are we inviting possibilities in our life? Are we really adapting ourselves, our inner self, to the changes that are happening around us? That's a question that I asked myself this morning. And according to her, the key to navigating this turbulent time lies in a mindset shift. And she encouraged leaders to view the world through different lenses. This shift enables us to innovate, to rethink our approaches, moving from individual leadership to collaborative, network leadership teams. So, in essence, Nandini's message was, I think, a call to action for all of us to embrace change, to cultivate empathy, and to create environments that invite possibility. So, as we navigate the complexities of our professional and personal lives, I want all of us to take her invitation to rethink, innovate, and most importantly, to connect with one another at a deeper level. I think that's what I got from that.
Thank you, Daniela. That was awesome. That was really awesome. And now Leo is going to present coaching psychologist Wendy Ann Smith, who is an author of 3 books, director of Coaching Ethics Forum. She is the lead editor of her coaching and consulting firm, Evercur. So Leo, we'd like to hear what you have to say.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I was impressed with Wendy Ann because she tried to change the normal approach of the leadership, the reimagining of the leadership in coaching, focusing to us to the coach, not so. Not focusing very much to the coachee or the leaders outside, but focusing the coach as a leader, and she just combined the science of well-being and the ethics. The two themes she used to send us to the same conclusion. The coach has the obligation, the ethic obligation, and his responsibility in himself or herself in focusing first in the emotions, and not in the bad emotions, but mostly in the good emotions, the joy, mostly. Sometimes we, when we evaluate ourselves as coach, we just scan what mistakes we made, or how was our work in front of the client, but she invited us to just first think to enjoy our work, and then to think good about us ourselves, and just is a matter of changing the focus, okay? Because it's something like we need to replenish our tank if we want to give to others, and she told us not to just be empathetic with us, just to use compassion with ourselves.
Mm.
We need to treat ourselves better.
Mhm.
That's the conclusion that she gave to us, and beginning from the science of well-being and continuing with the ethics, because how we need to to treat ourselves and the people that are around us in the same way that we treat our clients. We can be a person in front of the client and and another person outside our work. So in that way, we um, we could just make shorter the gap that we have in between the knowledge that we have and taking action. She was saying something that I personally say the same many times, especially when we talk about ethics, that we have a lot of knowledge, but when we have to make decisions, we make decisions in a topic and we forget. But what decision do we make every day in topics not so special? Just if I have to say something, and do I say the truth, or do I not say the truth? Do I treat my family the same as I treat the client, or I do not? So we are in the everyday actions. We need to reduce the gap between knowledge and doing. And if we do that, we certainly would be a better person. We will feel better, and we will be better leaders. I think that's all.
Thank you very much. I thank both of you for your summaries and your commentations, because I was there, and even listening to the both of you, I got even more from when I was listening. So I want to say thank you so very much for that. So that is the highlight for the Quo Vadis Coaching webinar news update. And if you want to hear more information or more topics like what we're discussing tonight, join us on November 30th. Join the USA chapter. Join Leo, Daniela, Rosalba, and Cesar, and myself on November 30th for our Power Hour, where we'll be talking about coaching, embracing the beauty of being human, where we will discuss self-regulation. So that's the topic for this month, November 30th. So hope to see you there. Also, there is the wrap up for tomorrow for the Quo Vadis coaching webinar tomorrow. And if you want to see it live, you can see it tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you go to certifiedcoach.org, you would be able to access some information to join us. If you cannot, then join us tomorrow night at the same time, as they say, same bat channel, same bat station, right here, live with us at 6:30. It will be the Quo Vadis Coaching News Update. Have a good night.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
International Association of Coaching.
You guys were fantastic. That
Home
was
of Coaching
awesome.
Masteries.